The message for today is a very simple one, that we all love our jobs, we love our families, we love a whole lot of stuff in life. My family's right there making noises right as we speak. Here's one of them. Hold on. Here's one right here. What? Who is that on the TV screen? Me. It's like, oh! That's fun. Anyway, we all love our families. We love our jobs. We have a good time doing our jobs. I know I love troubleshooting and things like that when I was a service tech. I enjoy talking to people as a podcaster. Wait a second. But above all is a love and appreciation for God. That is where we need to be in life. That's where I think we need to be. And I think there's a lot of gems in the book, the Bible, that will help you become a better service tech. I mean, if you want to simply use it, and here I am trying to be not underhanded, but trying to find a relevance to you if you don't appreciate God, if you don't follow Jesus, to get you to read the Bible, to improve yourself for HVAC, and maybe in a roundabout way that you find higher meaning beyond what's for your career. Because careers come and go. When your life is over, the career will be over. But I'm trying to get you to do something that will be more eternally fruitful. And I think, let me see if I can say this in the right way, because I was a little bit hesitant to do a video like this on this channel. But I realized that if I'm to do what I'm supposed to do for God, I must do it no matter what the circumstance is, or no matter if people click off or thumbs down or whatever. I guess it doesn't matter, because it's not anything that I'm doing. It's what He's doing, and I can either reject it or I can embrace it. I'm going to choose to embrace it, and I think that you guys and girls out there will be greatly benefited by this. If I had to say something, I mean, I looked through the book here, and for any of you who have stayed this long, I really do appreciate it, because I think it makes a world of difference. I read the New Testament, which is basically where Jesus is arriving, and then you have like the apostles going out and teaching about the church, and then it wraps up with the book of Revelations, which kind of lets you know what's basically going to happen at the end. And I read that, and I started over back in Genesis, which is the Old Testament, and there's lots of parts of Genesis that are really difficult to read. I'm on Leviticus now, which is third book of the Bible, and it is, don't you jump out in front of me, good grief. And it is, I'm not going to say boring, but it is thick. It's hard to read, and thick in a way that doesn't mean like logistically or like it's thick. It's dense to read. It's a lot of old Jewish traditions. And although I think it's important to read it, I decided to reread the New Testament in tandem while I'm doing that, like read a chapter or two of the older stuff and then read, when I read like the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, I really get a fire lit underneath me to continue reading. So a lot of times I'll read several chapters. Like when this person right here goes to speech therapy, I will read several chapters. Like I'm on Matthew right now. I just started rereading, and I'll go through various parts of the Bible just to see what's going on, because there's a lot of it I've never read before. So I really want to say, if you guys take this seriously and you're kind of interested in maybe figuring out not just how to be a better technician, but how to improve your life in general, there's a lot of self-help books out there, and there's only one book I think is the real true self-help book, if you want to call it that, which is a dramatic understatement. Read Matthew. Read about the Sermon on the Mount, which is right there at the beginning of the New Testament. I mean, you don't have to get the Old Testament if you really don't want to, and just do that later if you want. But I think the New Testament, because you'll see things that are just, there's so many here. I highlight stuff on every page. You see little lines that I think are significant or interesting. And one of the ones I read before was the harvest is plentiful, the laborers are few. I had a video on that before. Let's see. A lot of Jesus healing people. Jesus calls Matthew. If that just means he called him to follow him. And Matthew was actually a tax collector, which people hated, because they collected taxes for like the Romans, which were their overlords at the time. So they didn't like this guy. Here's a good one right here. And we'll end on this. And I appreciate anybody who's watched this. I think it's really great that you gave me the time to just kind of convey some of this stuff to you. So, a tree and its fruit. This is Matthew 7, verses 15 through 20. It says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will recognize them by their fruits. And all it's really saying is, people tell you about themselves. They'll say all the things they can do. Whenever you tell them an experience, people will tell you their experiences. A lot of people will play themselves up. I think all of us have done that, and try to hide our flaws and play up all of our strengths, or what we perceive as strengths. But you can really tell what people are about by what they actually do. What they do when you're not watching, what they actually do when they're not doing this, I don't know if you want to call it fake or putting on or whatever, but you can really tell a lot about them. So, and that's important in that's important in everything. With all your relationships in life. Job, off the job, HVAC. A lot of people have coworkers they don't get along with, and people they deal with, teachers, bosses. And there's probably a lot better way to deal with all this stuff, but we're not going to get into all that today. But I am going to get into it, though. So if this is not appealing to you, I am sorry, but then again, I'm not sorry. Hopefully you listen to it and you give it a shot, because this is it right here. This is it. There's no way around it. So we can either take it seriously or we can not take it seriously. But I appreciate you guys listening to me. I'm taking a little break here. We've had some family issues that needed attention. Everybody's okay. It just needed attention. You just needed to take a break and concentrate on this stuff. So that's what I'm doing. All right, guys and gals out there. I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you very soon.